Hey Scorpio, and welcome to December 2020 general reading. This is just kind of a random reading I decided to do. This could apply to your sun, moon, rising, or Venus. Please keep in mind that the messages could always go vice versa. If you'd like to have a personal reading with me, that information is provided below in the description box, and I'd be more than happy to help you with that. Scorpio, in the recent past here, we have the Gambler clarified with the big house. So, I'm kind of feeling like what's going on here. The Gambler is obviously you took a risk. An experienced gambler knows when to take a risk because they know that even though they don't exactly know the outcome, that it will be beneficial in the long run. And you may have taken a risk to move house, or to move away from somebody, or you may have taken a risk to end or suddenly tear apart some kind of foundation. You could be dealing with another Scorpio. You could be dealing with a Gemini, because the Gambler is the number 12, could be dealing with Pisces. You may have partnered up with somebody also, because the big house would break down to a 7, which is the house of Libra. So you could be dealing with Libra. You don't have to be. So the house of Libra is partners in one-to-one relationships, enemies, legal matters. Your enemies will be open enemies, so you'd know who it is. I almost feel though like you were discreet about it. Yeah, that you had stayed quiet about your communication to this person, because the 12 would be Pisces, which would be enclosed places, hospitals, secrecy, deception, dreams. Just stuff that's hidden. So something was hidden within bringing the foundation down in a living arrangement, possibly. And then here in the present moment, the Gambler also breaks down to a 3. Which would be Gemini, which is the house of communication, siblings, community. I believe it's short distance travel, study skills. So it would be as though you may have studied or planned for your escape from somewhere in a way, regardless of where that place may be. It could be like leaving a job, it could be leaving a living situation, it could have been having to deal with a overly possessive friend or person who is codependent upon your energy or you being around because they were a little bit crazy. So in the present we have the Maker, which is number 8, and the 6 of Sticks, which would be the 6 of Wands. Maker. Creating, hopefully you're not being self-limiting. It does look like, though, if in the past you were the one who came to the conclusion to abruptly up and leave some kind of arrangement within a building, whether that be a large building or a living quarters or a partnership, I would say that you're not being self-limiting, as this card will warn against. The Maker does warn against having self-limiting views because of, how others have made you feel or how you allow others to make you feel. Because oftentimes we'll be dealing with people who will project things onto us or even just say cruel things and not take into account the things that we have went out of our way to help people with. And therefore, it's just like you could have just bent over backwards for this person for the last 2 years of your life. And this person doesn't seem to acknowledge it and would call you selfish if you wanted a little extra time for yourself or you wanted to pursue some kind of dream or growth, personal growth. Like, let's say you were roommates and you wanted to move out. That would be a problem. And then we have the 6 of Sticks. So that would be the 6 of Wands, which is Leo, Deacon 2, which is through the dates of August 3rd through August 12th. This is also related to the Strength card, which is also a number 8. So you definitely got a lot of 8s here. So you may be seeing repeating 8s. It may have taken you a great deal of strength in order to go after what it is that you're trying to create. Either this is something you have already done just recently in the past, or it's something that you are doing like now or in the very near future. You're going to go after what makes you happy. You're going to make you happy, grow you, be the abundant, awesome person you are. You're no longer going to allow other people's emotional responsibilities to hold you back. I think you're starting to discern what is yours and what's not your responsibility, especially in the emotional department. The Maker is the number 8, so you could be dealing with a Scorpio. This could be representing you, but the 8th house is sex, death, mystery, deep feelings, savings, and storage. Could also be the process of rebirth. So I do believe you are in the process of recreating yourself, like I had said, and you are going to get recognition for that. Just be patient. You've worked really hard for it, and you deserve it. And, you know, I honestly think here you are definitely giving yourself recognition. The 6 of Sticks, being the 6 of Wands, could be also Virgo, which is the 6th house, health, work, administration, detail, ritual, your daily tasks. This can sometimes be seen as the house of bad luck too, though. But I'm not seeing it that way. I think that you are in the process of creating something very abundant for yourself. I only worry that other people's limitations affecting your ability to believe in yourself, and you then holding yourself back with self-imposed limitations. The sky's the limit. If you can think it, you can do it. If you can dream it, you can be it. In the challenge position, we do have thirst, and then we have the 9 of baskets, or the 9 of cups, clarifying that. So thirst is that deep-seated desire of something we want to do. Sometimes we can feel that it's inappropriate and we suppress it. Other times we just feel like it would offend other people if we were to try and pursue it. Whatever it is, don't suppress the thought, acknowledge it, feel it, work through it, release it, or at least be able to organize it better, because we all think weird things sometimes. So, I think that every one of us has done something that or thought something and then been afterwards been like, what the hell is wrong with me? Why would I even think of that? So that is the number 2. So it may be that you may feel that you have too high of ambitions for yourself when it comes to what you want. Or it could be that somebody in your life or around you or in a connection around you is asking way too much of you. It's unrealistic. It could be money. It could be over obsession in your time, your material things, material matters. Just demanding a lot of you, and it's unrealistic, and you can't possibly take care of all of their needs and even begin to work on your own. The 9 of baskets is wish fulfillment. Being satisfied, feeling contentment where you're at. And this being the current challenge, I think that the simple way to put this is know when to be satisfied. It's okay to push yourself. It's okay to have drive and thirst and hunger and that raw willpower to go after what you want. But be realistic about how quickly you can obtain that. Be realistic about, what steps you're going to have to take to obtain that. And if somebody else is using you for material or financial gain, you need to be realistic about that and confront them about it. In the near future position, we have the Coward, and we have that clarified by Father Sims. Oh, and the 9 of baskets could be the house of Sagittarius. So you could be dealing with Sagittarius. And the 9 of baskets is also second decan Pisces from March 1st to March 10th. And that is also the moon. So this is definitely thoughts. These are thoughts that you keep to yourself. Maybe you feel like you covet what others have, or maybe you deal with, or somebody around you is doing that with you. They're wanting what you have, or they're wanting to take away what you have. They don't like seeing you have your wish fulfillment. And if this is the same people that you were dealing with that you moved away from before, you need to be really careful that you don't have any kind of connections with them still, whether that be directly or indirectly. Like, I would do your best to try and make it to where they can't see your Facebook, they don't know where you work, they don't know your friends, they don't know your family. Like, block them, because this person's going to keep coming back and causing issues for you, because this is the type of person that likes to diminish your sense of worth so that you feel emotionally or physically, financially codependent upon them. All right, and then we have the Coward, which is a number 3. Obviously, the Coward, I think that's pretty self-explanatory there, as being the potential outcome. And that would be, are you afraid to communicate solid endings or abrupt endings, or being straight to the point and just severing the endings? Because the 3 could represent Gemini, which would be the house of communication, immediacy, your neighborhood, community, communication, short travel. You may have always kind of told yourself you needed to live with somebody, or the person that you're dealing with is one of those people that always has to have somebody living with them. They can't just live by themselves. And this needs to be cut out. But I think if this is you, you're definitely working on that. You recognize that, and you're recognizing how much of a burden it can be to have other people around that you become responsible for, and their responsibilities. So they move in with all their kids and their pets. Now you're cleaning up a litter box or scooping crap out of the yard, and you don't even own a pet. You don't even have a bathroom to yourself, this and that, but you're paying more than half the bills. I do believe that you're getting to the point where you are genuinely tired of being taken advantage of, whether it be financially, whether it be for emotional support, whether it be because it's hard for you to say no, and if somebody wants to call into work, they know they can call you, and you work an extra 50 hours that week without complaining. But when you need that in return, they're nowhere to be found. And then they'll turn around and point at you like you've been the problem. They didn't do anything wrong. It does break down to the number 5, so you may be having, maybe you're afraid to pursue some kind of creative idea. Maybe you want to start a YouTube channel. Maybe you want to start a fans only page. Whatever it is, don't hesitate. Now's the time to go do it. So if you've been thinking about starting your own business, or going after some kind of creative project, or if working with a Leo, do it. Don't hesitate. So then we have the Drunkard and the 10 of Sticks. The Drunkard is number 2, so this could be, obviously, I'm almost kind of feeling like temptations of the flesh here. Like carrying financial responsibility for other people's debts or your own debts has become burdensome. You may be wanting to weed some debts out of your life, or get rid of some things that you no longer need in order to sell them and contribute it to a debt. Or it may be that you feel like somebody has put way too much of a financial expectation on your back, or even just overburdened you altogether with just your energy. Needing you to be there all the time, always asking you to run errands, always needing you to do this or assist them to do that. And I think that, you're getting to the point where you're getting to your breaking point. Just be careful not to be, don't get drunk when you're mad and then, end up in a fight with this person and regretting it later. Because this is definitely something to do with self. So you may be dealing with somebody who may try and approach you when they get drunk and cause some issues for you. So be careful with that. You could deal with a Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Taurus, Gemini, Sagittarius, Leo, Libra, Pisces, Scorpio. Whatever you do, just be careful. Don't let this person back in your life. I think that you have successfully broken away from them, and if you're thinking about breaking away from them, you will be able to successfully accomplish it, and you will have recognition and accomplish some great things. You just got to stay with it. Like, you are going to fulfill that thirst or that in it, you know, drive for your own dreams. Just make sure it doesn't become overpowering and you invest way too much, or you're frivolous with what you're doing. Think it through. I know it's exciting, especially when you make a big move like running out, like a great escape. But once you get done with that escape, slow down, you know, take a few steps back, take a few breaths, and then actually maybe start a business plan. Or, you know, write down an outline of the things that you'd like to accomplish, or just set a goal of where you'd like to be this time next year. I'm not quite sure if, I really feel like you got somebody floating around here that's causing issues, or going to be trying to cause issues for you, possibly with your job or within a connection, whether that be a friend of yours or a friend of a connection you're in. Scorpio, I'll go ahead and I will extend this over to Patreon if you'd like to join me over there. I'd love to have you. I do appreciate your continued support and contributions. If this is where we part ways, I will catch up with you soon. Take care, Scorpio.